I had to stop way sooner than I wanted to, so I'm back streaming. Use. We can actually use a flare. Yes, yes, we've used a flare. There we go. Last few times I tried, I couldn't use a flare due to too many people were using a flare right now, which is annoying. So I should now be live on both YouTube and TikTok again. So let me quickly set up. Yes. Bam. So, here we go. That should be working now. Good. We're right back where we left off last stream. So, actually, it's technically the first stream of the day for me on TikTok, but let's not talk about that because some technical difficulties happened. So I had to stop streaming for a little bit earlier today, and then I came back. It's like 3 minutes or so. Bam. That's a layer of sand into the desert area. Ed Sigma Boy, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Damn, that's quick. A follow today. I appreciate it. And yes, still on me alt accounts. There we go. So, and thank you for liking the live stream. That reminds me, I'm quickly going to set up. Yes, that auto clicker is on. Let's rake in those likes. Yes, I do tend to use an auto clicker for likes because that just adds more likes than I would otherwise get, which is nice. And also the temperature of today is finally going down. Because earlier today, I was almost literally melting. But thankfully the temperature is lowering. So that's at least nice. And that means that I don't have to worry about my laptop overheating right now. So again, I don't know how long I will be able to stream for right now. I will just be streaming for bits, so we'll see. Here we go. Let's quickly add in this desert, shall we? But there was something around here that would cause me to somewhere. Ah, I see. That was breaking the line. So bam, that's the second plateau of the desert, and then we have this final plateau for the actual pyramid. So, but of course I also still need to add in the sand on the edge here. So let's quickly add that in. And after that, we also still need to shade the stone using the other shade function of Axiom, which is, by the way, the building software I'm using. Which I could technically use that function to also just shade in the entire bit here with sand, but I'm not gonna. Because this is just nice to do this work. Just placing sand. It's satisfying. Hey, why is it saying one view? I should have two views at least, because I've got two other accounts open in here. Ah. I don't know why. But oh well. Here we go. Here we go. Let's add in the layer a little bit around it. And on these bits. Because what I'm also trying to do with this, because like I said in the previous stream, this base is meant to be like multiple different bits, floating islands with buildings referencing back to like different civilizations. This one's going to be, of course, ancient Egypt, um, but also I want it to look like it's kind of ripped out of from somewhere. Like it's ripped out of the ground from somewhere, that some world. I kind of want to make it look like that, because I have a lore idea for this base, which in my head I'm already calling the Nexus. As in, like, the Nexus of realities, like such. Not Nexus of realities, though. It's gonna be a Nexus of time, to be more precise. That's also why we just have, like, random bits from different worlds here. It's, like, time spreading around. Not spreading around. Stuff stolen from time being placed here. And that's, for instance, how we get this nice bit of Nile River here, with a bit of pyramid in the back. I do think that's gonna look nice. I'm still thinking about maybe adding in another tree, but we'll see once the pyramid is in. Because that's really going to make or break the composition if the pyramid is in, and then if there's another tree. And I can always add one in later. That's the nice part of my Minecraft. I can always add stuff in later. And edit stuff in later. Bam. Okay, that brings us to the final layer. Which we actually start with another sandstone slab layer. Why I'm using sandstone slabs is to make the hill a bit more gradual, so that it's nice and smooth, making it look realistic. Because sand will, of course, eventually go to a smooth shape. I'm using the sand blocks down there as like a guideline on the layer below. I do want a bit of a big pyramid on here. I'm gonna have a look to see. No, I don't think that pyramid would fit here. It's a bit too big, I think. Yeah, that might be a bit too big, that pyramid. Because I do have a pyramid model. Right here. Yeah, that's a little bit big. I mean, it would look cool, but I would need to extend the island a little bit more. I could add it like that. Or to break up the rotation like so. Ooh. Yeah, that does really fit with the composition, I think. Yeah, that does really look nice with composition. Ooh. But that will require me to extend the island further this way. So let's go rock tool. Select that. So we also need to flatten this out once it's in there and add a sand top on top of it. I need to merge this further into the floating island below here. But it should not be bigger than the main islands, which I don't think it will be this way. It will just be one of the larger islands, which I already thought it would be one of the larger islands. So that's not a problem. That's not the problem. Yeah, that's no problem here. And it also adds in, doing regular shape also adds in more to it being ripped out from somewhere. So then I'm going to smooth it out a little bit. Because the rock tool is a little bit rough. And placing in stuff. Okay. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. I can see where it is. Good. That means I need to like remove all of this in here. Oh, and I still need to add a little bit more rock. Okay, that's fine though. Because right here the pyramid is still floating. So we'll just, what we'll do, we deselect, go in here, add in another layer of rock on this side. Don't have that exceed about around that. About like that, and then add in a little bit more rock right here. Smooth that all out. Bam. And oh, it's still floating. It's still floating. One more rock. So let's move it out. Bam. Good. And then we go here. Do that. Remove this. Remove this. Basically, I need to remove all the stone, and that is easier done if I don't have this one visible. But I don't know how to remove it. I don't know how to remove it though. There we go. This way we can more cleanly clean this up. Add in the sand floor by moving the slabs around here and actually pulling it all the way out. Like so. This is all gonna be sand. Like so. Here we go. Here we go. Let's say hello to some people joining into the stream. Real quick. And we add in a little bit more sand around the back here. But building this build is very fitting for the temperatures today because, like, around where I live it was 30 degrees Celsius, which is hot. Especially for the climate I live in, it's very hot. So, like, I was sweating balls today. Sweating like crazy. Okay. Actually, oh, guys, I can place it here. Okay, there we go. Bam. Okay, that fell down all the way down. That's a total 4 sand blocks down there now. Good. Now then. Let's pull out the slabs. Turn this to sand. Follow this line. Fill it up. Remove the slabs from over here. So that I can use the flood fill to add in more sand for the floor. So now we just need to go around the entire plateau and add in these slabs so I can add more sand. Yes. And again, this is also gonna be a bigger build, as you can see. And then we still need to do the shading for the rocks underneath. That will be easily done, I think. Yeah, I mean, and it will be easily done. Did I say I think? I know it's gonna be easily done because we have the auto shade function with Axiom. So we can immediately add like a shading to the bottom rocks. Bottom rock layer. And here we go. Bam. Go to flood fill. Collect sand. Oh, just like that. Bam. That's now all filled with sand. We got a whole sand plateau here. And then we Ctrl V. Rotate. Move forward. Does this sit good? Ah, this seems pretty well. Okay, bam. We remove this bit because that was meant to be like a crate mod door, but we don't have the crate mod in here. And then we have our desert pyramid. Full with lanterns, hidden rubble, little bits of hard rubble in here. It's actually meant to be like a little bit of a maze in here. So, yeah. Oh, and we're now currently in the outside corridor. So this outside corridor door is a loop. Also, this entire build is just here for like visual. Most of the other builds will be just visuals. And maybe have something like this in here, like you can run around in them. Hide and seek, maybe. I think this would be a good base for hide and seek, actually. So, I definitely think we need to add some cacti in the desert here. But other than that, and some sugarcane at the waterfront, I think this is mostly the desert island done. And I do really like it, if I do say so myself. So, sugarcane and cacti. We're gonna place these a little bit sparingly, not too much. Oh, that does add, that already adds a lot. And cacti right here. Around here. Around here. Yeah, there. Actually, I think the version we're going to be playing on will have the cacti flower as well. So that's going to be nice. Yeah, look at that. It's actually quite a good representation of the desert, because we have the desert pyramid, and we are adding onto the desert with an oasis. I think this is nice. What do you think? So I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit. Quickly go and check up on the other streams. The other stream settings, sets, analytics of this stream. Oh yeah, well, that's logical. That is logical. Okay. So that's that item complete. Positioning wise, ooh, it might be a little bit too far from the main items. That might be the only problem I'm having right now. Thankfully, we can go in Axiom and move it. We just need to select everything on the items. From the lowest to the highest point. To the big farthest points. For that, we'll just select above here first. And then go below. And bam. Let's have a look. Now it might be a little bit too close. Yeah. Bam. Over here. It's way closer. A bridge would make sense going from there. Also, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do bridges, but it's now close enough to the main base to really feel like it's part of the base. And I mean, this island is pretty far from the main base, but it's like a smaller island, so it makes sense. So yeah, nice addition to the base, if I do say so myself. And let's remove the non-needed bits here. Which this was the model for the tree. Okay. Delete. And this was a jungle tree I made at some point in the past, which I took inspiration from. Oh yeah, that does look good with like the extra items in there. It seems like a good map already. Feels like a good map already. And it's just for a build. It's just gonna... The hardest part for this is going to be building it in survival mode. Do I have no updates on? No, I do have updates on. Okay, something is laggy. I think might be the water here. Bam. Let's update all this water. And remove these floating cacti. One more. Bam. Okay. Never mind, that's one more. Okay, next step, we're going to be selecting all the stone. Then go to operations, auto shades. We're going to move above. Here. We're going to use a light stone. No, actually we're going to be using stone, I think. Yes. Auto shades. So now the bottom of this area should have shading on it, right? Yes, it does have shading on it, but oh, it is the wrong shading because now dark is on top. Yeah, okay. Light stone. We remove the mossy blocks. Move back on top above the pyramid. Auto chase. Now we have a correct D. So now this whole area is shaded. And it actually uses mud. That is not a block I'm using here, so I need to remove that. Because it also uses too much mud. So mud needs to be removed. Same for terracotta. And actually what we do add in is cobbles. Deep slates. And we add that up there. Bam. All shades. Actually move up again because I forgot to do that. All the shades. Let's now check it. See if it is correct. No, that isn't correct. Because now the sun is... Oh. Why is it being annoying? Operations. Auto shade. Player position. Yeah. Well, let's do a sun angle. And such time set noon. Auto shade. Because then the sun is exactly from above. So we should get that shading. And I think we've got that shading. Yes, we got it. Good. Look at that, we got the right shading now. That side for some reason does predominantly have deep slate, but that's fine. It's the back side, so you won't see it mostly. That's cool. Good. Let me take a quick screenshot for in the Discord. At time set 0, of course. Golden hour. Let's send that into Discord. Uh, Bam. Good. That means we move on to the next island. So, we got the Egyptian island over here. It's a nice big pyramid. But actually, somewhere, like right here, we have a bigger chamber. We might be able to hide something in there. That's one of the things I do want to do is like set up like a quest system on that server. So having a quest that leads you into this pyramid might be a fun one. So big old pyramids, big old water base. Yes, nice. Okay, I think we have come to the point that we need to do next island. And I want to do not a big island though. Around this size. Not bigger than this island, of course. This is going to be the biggest island. I need to keep the base manageable at some point. To a certain degree. So, Also, let's have a look at how many viewers came in from the flare. 264. Yeah, we're gonna use one per live, that's fine. 264 people came in from the flares. Thank you very much for all of them. Oh, and there's 6 people here. Hey, nice. Hello, people. Nice for you to be here to watch it. Timmy, 68. Maxto, Mit. Oh, that's gone. And G'day. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Hello, welcome. Good that you're here. Like it that you're here. So, for the next islands, I actually think we'll go a little bit more Viking. And I actually think we'll have that island going over here. But one of the features of that island is going to be like a very big water area. And a bit of a forest, I think. And with forest, I mean spruce forest. So we pull out the big spruce trees as well. Oh. Look at that. This is a nice shot together. Wait, let me get from a position that I can have all 3 bits of base. Yeah. Oh. Oh. That's nice. That is a nice visual. Oh yeah. Let me actually post that on the Discord as well. Also, this is a Discord for a server I'll be playing on, which this is going to be the base for. So, yes. So, oh, I really enjoy this build thus far. And it's also fun to just be able to just go, oh, I want different islands. Different island, different build style. Like this island has a completely different build style. That island has a completely different build style. This island has a completely different build style. Because that is very much more European, medieval European. This is ancient Egypt. This is more like Indian, Asian temple like build. Because actually this build has some shape language and details that are very much like Asian inspired, hence also why it's in a full cherry grove setting on an island. I have a cherry grove over there to combine into this base bit, and also just because it fits with the medieval as well. Hello, welcome in to the stream, Spaghetti! Spaghetti! Hello, it's been a while. A long while, actually. Though, I have recently started consistently streaming a little bit over these last few days. Actually, leading up to my 1000th YouTube video. My 1000th YouTube video is coming up real soon. Currently, if this stream is uploaded, I should be at... Once this stream is uploaded, I should be at... to 900... And... Give me a moment. Give me a moment. 993 is where I'll be at once this stream is uploaded. So, after this stream, there are 7 videos to go. And then I've hit the 1000 video. 1000 videos on my YouTube channel. With a lot of them being over an hour. At least over 40 minutes, if not an hour long. So, that's at least 1,000 to 1,500 hours of content on my YouTube channel. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, like if I go to my playlists, I don't know if it shows how much time. Actually, the Watch Everything playlist, where is it? Uh, Yeah, it doesn't show how long. Does have everything. Does have actually everything in here. From my most recent Pokemon Goemon videos, which were released today. Actually, two of them were released today because I haven't posted those in like 2 weeks, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to release two of them today. One of which is about 2 hours long. Yay! And the other is 40 minutes, so it balances out a little bit, but like, I am making a bunch of content, and it's the preparation for more content in the future. Okay, anyways, yes, first, though, we're gonna reactivate this waterfall because currently it is, just hanging here. Also, my plan is to have this all be, built above a ocean, at least, for the most part. So the waterfalls also won't be too big of a problem. I'm using cactus right here because it immediately breaks as soon as it's updated. For the most part. Unless I place it in the wrong spot. Nice. Slash tick rate 10,000. Bam. That helps with water flow. Good. And that's also a detail I'm doing with each build. Having a waterfall like that going down. First of all, that is going to be an access point for people without Elytra. Second of all, it just looks nice. It just looks nice and cohesive for the build. And hello people, welcome into the stream. Hello. There's people joining from post. So I'm saying hello to those guys. Let's start building on that Viking island, which I think I'll put around here. We of course will probably move it at the end to really put it in a good location for the island. But let's start by building up a floating platform with the rock tool. And no, I don't want one of those long pillar thingies that it accidentally creates when you point downwards. So we're slowly but surely sculpting a little bit of this island. And for this one, I do really like it to be a little bit hilly in nature. So I don't mind the hill forming right now. Though I do need it to be a little bit more flat when I actually go and build on it. Also, I probably will be building a few Viking, like 2 Viking houses on here and a Drakkar. But more than that, I'm not going to do because I wanted to look like I've basically plucked a little bit of a Viking village away from their own place and onto this and into this world. Because that's the whole thing I'm trying to do with this world. Like, make it look like things were already somewhere. At least with this build. Make it look like things were already somewhere before. They were just, like, torn out of their world and added onto this world. In this world. And actually, that's also kind of the reason I reused this pyramid over here. Because I used that pyramid before in other projects. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think we're slowly coming up to the shape I want this island to be, and also the size. Though I want this back end to be a little bit thicker. Because like I said, this is going to be a whole lot of water. And I also want a little bit of like a forest area connected to it. Though this island is going to be the second biggest right now, by the looks of it. That's fine as long as I keep it smaller than that one, so it doesn't overshoot that one. And I can always do some more shaping on it to remove some of the largeness. And actually, shaders are going off for now, because that way I can more easily see what I'm doing. Even though it looks nicer with shaders, I do really want to see what I'm doing. I'm doing this stuff, because otherwise I might fuck up. That's not good. Alright, now we have a bit of an island, so we're going to select it completely. Then we're going to smooth everything. It also makes the island look a little better. Actually increase that sphere a little bit more. Bam. And bam. Okay, now I need to choose up to where I want to have the water line run. And I actually feel like around here. So actually we grab the sand and sandstone slabs again. So around here it's a beach, a little bit. No. Behind there is the beach. The actual water is going to be on this bit here, then. Is that a bit? No. If I lower this bit a little bit. This doesn't need to be this high. Like that. Yeah, that gives me space to add in the two longhouses and a bit of the forest. Nice. And we can add a little bit more hilly shaping to that in a bit. So we got a whole basin we're going to fill with water. Although, no, actually I will do it lower. I will do it lower. That's a lot easier to fill with water. And I think for this area I'll also add in like an ice spike biome bit. For like border stuff. Because that way I can easily add in the water without having to worry about like stuff. And it being easier to place in the water. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Because I will probably also already have to place in the water that way with ice. And I mean the block, not the group of people that are doing bad stuff in America, but the block of ice. And yes. Okay, here we go. With that. Actually, let's have a look at the people that are currently in our live stream. Hello, Sanja. You're new here. Hello, welcome to the live stream. Okay. Yeah. Had a quick look at the goals for the stream. I probably won't level up anytime soon because I need a couple thousand diamonds for that. So I'll stay in Division 4 for now. But that's fine, that's fine. I'm not going to be begging for donations. That's it's not something I do. Like, my mentality with donations and on TikTok is like, if I get them, I get them. If I don't get them, it's also fine. I don't really care that much about this. Bam. Oh, that's actually a nice way to quickly do it. Yeah. Just extend this outwards. Updates. And we've carpeted this whole bit with sand now. Nice. We do the same over here. Actually, not exactly the same. And this way we just have to add in some of the slabs. And we have everything. And of course we need to clean up the bottom area at some point in the future. So we add in the slabs to round the beach off a little bit. And I actually think I might need to lower it a little bit in some places when it comes to the water line and the deepness. So I'm gonna select up to there, to there, there, and lower it by 2 blocks. Then we're actually going to smooth it a little bit. Smooth. Smaller smooth brush. Because that way I can have a Drakkar in there. And it's actually a bit more realistic to have a dock in the more deeper area of these areas. So like so, and actually we will activate place mode for the sound bits. Needs to be placed here. Bam. Bam. And bam. And bam. Here we go. Good. Okay, 20 minutes ago, and we have streamed this week already for 160 hours. It's only the second day of the week. So that's a whole bunch of streaming already done this week. 160 hours, 160 minutes. Imagine 160 hours in 2 days. That's impossible. That's just straight up impossible in terms of time management and everything. FL Studio Demon 1. You sent the same message twice. Let's have a look at your channel. If you have anything on your channel that I find that it is interesting enough, I'll give you an answer. Otherwise, I'll ignore. Service unavailable. DNS failure. Yeah. Your TikTok account is not even reachable. Can't even get to your TikTok account, dude. And you're already gone, I believe. Yes, that person is already gone. I will actually block that account. That account has been blocked. Because that was spam. That's how you do it. And I need to do those kinds of things myself because I do not have moderators. Actual moderators on my other accounts. So, don't worry if I do some admin stuff sometimes I just need to do that because I have no moderators. I don't even have money to pay for moderators, so even if I wanted to get some moderators, hire some moderators, I couldn't. Because I wouldn't have the money for it. Because I'm a broke college student. So, yeah. Okay, bam. Is that the entire beach? Yeah, that's the beach. And yes. Let's actually deactivate that. Do this. Actually stop around here with the slabs. And only add them in this area again. That makes sense to have it because of the shaping. Okay, like so. Yes, and then sand on here. Good. Let's actually remove these blocks. Bam. Okay, let's grab some water. And fill this up. Yes. Bam. Bam. So over here. Mostly just following the slabs to do this. Bam. Bam. Go, more water. Oh, it's adding more water. That's gonna be a real theme of this build, adding more water. And I could use some slabs here actually. And then stop around here. Actually, I can keep on going for a little bit. And stop around here. Yes. Put all these slabs up. Here we go. And a layer of slabs to fill. Here we go. Okay, I do like the fact that there is like already much of this layer going outwards. That's good. Just means that we need to complete that by adding water in areas like that to trigger more of that. Which perhaps means that we do not need to add ice in here, but I will probably still do that, just to add more detail. And also to break up the water a little bit. Because, yeah, okay, the problem that we're facing right now is that this area has like this drop, which I don't want. I want this all to be like one big area of water. Like it's been plucked out of a actual access to water river. So see. Yes. And use that to, first of all, add more water. Second of all, control where the water goes. So we build up a little bit of barrier here. And it needs to go up to... Oh, actually 3 blocks. Okay, we'll raise the barrier in a little bit. We're following the outside here. For the most part. But right here, I need to push this in and 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. Okay, let's do this. So most of the water line here. But I can control the flooding a little bit. 1, 2, 3. And then we lower this as well. Bam. So we got a bit of an ice wall here now. Go to flood fill. We go and select water. Hey, why is it not? Oh, there's a hole somewhere, isn't there? Oh well, we do it like this with smaller bits then. And then we activate water. Which fills in a lot of it nicely. Bam. And when there's a hole, I can just fill it up now with water. There's some problem over here with water. Okay, there's some problems with water over there, but that's fine. I see why there is a hole here. Yes. Bam. 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 Okay. And now we select the ice. And we delete the ice. Bam. Okay, that did destroy a little bit of the water here. But that's fine, nothing I can't repair. Nothing I can reactivate without. A little bit of work. Like so. Let's build this up. Damn. That's fixed for the most part. And now we have a water basin with a river here. Yes, good. In which I can place a Drakkar in a moment or two. There's a bit of water that's too much outside of here. So I'm actually gonna grab a sponge. And place it here. Place it there. And keep on removing some of that water. Then in the actual build, I probably use ice blocks for this entire bit. And just above it, and then have it flow downwards to fill this in. I think that will work better. So now we go into the builds here that I've saved. Over V. We can place in this ship. This car. Position it in a point where it would be logical. Rotate it twice so that the head is facing inwards. Bam. And then we add a dock onto here. Chile. I've never streamed it. Jenny Mod. Are you still here? You're not even here still. What the fuck? Watch time, less than a minute, one comment. Yeah, no. That's just a person that dropped in here for just to leave that comment. And then comment and then just leave again. For the BS. But even though honestly, I have played around with the mods. I can't say I haven't played around with the mods, but yeah, I'm not streaming that. I know the mods, I know what it's capable of, I know what it does. I'm not streaming that mod. Logically. So, yes. Okay, dock. Dock building. Let's go grab some logs. Let's deactivate this. Actually, we should probably do the shading thing first. Because then we also get some grass in here already. Play position, let's try that. Bam. Nice. We got a nice bit of greenery up here. And below. Okay, but let's use terracotta. Yeah, no. There's some blocks I need to remove. No. Operations. Outer shades. I need to remove the terracotta, the mud. And I'm actually gonna remove the mossy cobblestone. Add in the cobbles. Deep slate as the darkest block. Actually remove that because that's, I believe, also mud. Other shades. Actually, that's positioned me correctly again. A little bit more this way. A little bit more this way. Bam. Good. So now I have a nice green field over here to build on. And we should have a decent bit of shading underneath here. Yes, okay, that's decent. Good. Nice. Hey, Daddy Fanboy, welcome back to another stream. Hello. You probably saw that I liked some of your posts yesterday. Yeah. Welcome back. And thank you for sharing the live stream. I appreciate it. We're going to select the grass. Go to noise painter. And spruce forest floor. Bam. Actually, we're also going to select the moss, do the same. Damn. Good. Then now we start adding the dock. Because now we have some actual terrain here. So, and also way to add paths. You're way better than my parents. They beat me at my ass because of accounts. Lamau. Oh, that's bad. That's bad to hear. It's always bad to hear stories about parents like that. My condolences with your parents. Yeah. For your sake, I hope you can cut them off if they're really that horrible. At some point, just cut them off. That's the best thing you could do for your parents that actually beat you for being who you want to be. Okay. Yes, it's gonna be a nice, sizable dock, but also keeping the size fine. Oh, we're also actually at 343 minutes of views. Damn, nice. I did not realize we're that far already. So, we're gonna grab some spruce planks, some strip spruce logs, and some spruce stairs. Fences. Lanterns. And we go here. Lots of people are coming in. Hello, welcome to the stream, people. Welcome. We're building a nice mecha base we're designing currently. Yes, this island is very much too far away from the main islands. But we currently have 3 completed islands here. This giant palace. Let's get the shades on. This giant palace. Bit Indian temple such Asian built inspires. We've got this desert island with a little oasis and a decently sized pyramid. We've got this little island here, which will be medieval Europe inspired. It is medieval Europe inspired, and it's like starter base, which has a full interior as well. That pass also has, for the most part, a full interior. Like in here, we've got like a sitting room with nice bookshelves. Of course, a not working TV, but I have a fix for that once I'm on the server. Some storage, quick storage. Up here we have the covens, and up here we have like the attic. I would add in some cobwebs, but I'm waiting for that once I've built this on the server and add those later on. And then in the basement here, we have the actual starter base storage area, which is 4 chests high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chests going back. So that is 32 chests, 64 chests on each side. So that's in total 128 chests. And then we have this nice little enchanting slash brewing area in here. With light from the enchanting table, 2 lanterns up there, light from the brewing stand, and also growing some leather wood. So that's what we have down here. And outside we have a nice little bridge, the little bit of water running through here, and a gazebo to look out on the builds around here. Though you can't really see much besides a little bit of this build here currently. Might change the position of this island a little bit more. Just like how once this island is finished, I'm going to move it a little bit more closer to the main island. Because this island is actually going to be a Viking-inspired island. That's also why we have a Drakkar here, which is the name of a Viking ship. So my whole base will be connected to history, and basically I started building the starter base on the mini island over there, and that idea just flowed from there. So earlier today, in this stream as well, but also in earlier streams today, I built up that island, mostly in the last stream, this stream, and now working on this island, which is going to be actually it's maybe slightly bigger than a desert island, but the main island in the middle is going to be the biggest island, no matter what. So this is like the max size for the outer islands. And I'm thinking of adding in like maybe 1 or 2 more islands in the back here. Can I get mob, please? You know what? Let's see. Let's see. Add moderator. And thank you for sharing again. And confirm. Congratulations. You have been made mod. Though I have limited the amount of stuff you can do as a mod. Because I do want to have the final full control over the stream. So, yeah. So, there we go. And actually, I will... Wait, give me a moment. Manage access. I will actually activate a few things. Mute accounts and... Yeah, yeah, okay. You can also now mute accounts if the need for that arises. So you can ping comments and mute accounts. That's your abilities from grunting. So actually, let's see. Because I will have a forest in the back here. And actually, let's grab a shovel. And let's shovel out a bit of a path going upwards here. Because we'll probably also have some trees around here, though. Actually, no, I think I'll add a few houses here. Like, there's more than enough space for, like, at least 4 houses. I appreciate you keeping on sharing the live stream, Data Fanboy. Thank you. Is there, by the way, a different name I can call you? By the way, is there a different name I can call you? Because Data Fanboy is a long name, and also... that I'm embarrassed to say, but it's like a name people can make jokes about if I say it. Ty. Okay, thank you, Ty. Yeah. I'll try to remember that. Ty. Like that. Ty. Okay. Ty. Good. Nice. So that's going to be the path, and then we're going to have a little bit of forest here. Ooh, what we actually could do in this forest here is have also like a little hut in here of like a druid's hut or tent. Yeah. Ooh, that's gonna be nice. A druid's hut and a tent. Also, I'm currently using power blocks, but I will replace these with like mud blocks. just because I like a map path nicer than this path. So here we go. And that's actually a little bit too straight of path. An actual path would be a little bit more. Yeah, it's better. Okay, let's actually build up a little bit of a walls area and then smooth this bit out a little bit more. By, no, not that. No, that's not what I want. What I want is to lower. And not too powerful like it is now. No, that's not what I want. I think then I'll use the extrude tool instead. I'm working on a mecha base design and currently working on like a Viking section of that mecha base. So like each section will have like a different time era or civilization it's connected to, time era slash civilization. So right here we have a semi-Indian inspired castle slash temple. We've got a ancient Egyptian inspired island over there. Medieval Europe, that's gonna be Viking. Probably going to have like a full-on Japanese one as well, with like a shrine, and then maybe something with a jungle, I think. And yeah, but I'm designing this for a mega base for a server I'll be playing on. So also we can move all of this down one block. Yeah, I could indeed do build tutorials. Dude, it's the green way. Maybe something to think about, yeah. I mean, the one build tutorial I have on my channel, on my YouTube channel, which was like a Minecraft create mods build tutorial for like a decent looking train, did pretty good, actually. That's one of the videos, long form content that hit 500 views. So, that's really good for my content, compared to other videos. So, build some build tutorials if I can figure out what exactly I will do for them. Might be in the works in the future. But right now, I don't really know what I would do with them. In them. As you may want to add hashtag to your vids to boost them. Oh, I do. I add a lot of tags and hashtags to vids on both YouTube and TikTok. It's just that the algorithm doesn't like me for some reason and doesn't really push me out much. And also, it pushes me a lot on the Dutch servers, because if it pushes me at all, because I am Dutch, and so it pushes me on Dutch servers, but I make content in English. So, well, I try to target the English-speaking communities. I'm getting pushed to Dutch-speaking communities, and that's also something that's bites me in the ass, but I'm not going to change from English to Dutch, because English is just a little bit more natural for me, and also just larger audience possibility. So with those things in mind, that's one of the reasons why all my content is in English while I'm Dutch. might be able to do hashtag English, it might work. Yeah, I could try. I could try. It might also be a factor that I don't tend to post usual types of content. I'm like posting what I want to post when I want to post it. It's my usual way to do it. That might also be what's pissing off the algorithm. Because like recently I've been posting Blender stuff. I have been posting Pokemon TCG Live stuff. I don't have a consistent type of content. But I also don't want a consistent type of content because at least not a real complete consistent type of content, because I just like doing stuff I like doing. If you get what I mean. Ooh, and we are 298 of 300s for follower goal here. Did my followers amount change on YouTube at all during this live stream? I don't know. Let's reload the page. Because also I have like the streams open on a different laptop, an old laptop. My follower counts did not change yet on YouTube. Still 281, but that's fine. Hello, 502 00466. Hello, welcome to the stream. You're spamming in my chats the same message over and over again. Okay. Interesting. Peculiar. Yeah, spamming is indeed annoying. Also, that look to be Chinese characters? Either Chinese or Japanese, one of the two. Not Korean though. That I do know. You can if you hover over a name, I don't know if you're mobile or not, but if you're on laptop, there's like, if you hover over a name, you can have like 3 dots and you can options and see translation. Yeah. It's the original. Yeah. So I'll mute the account for entire live stream. So that one is now muted for the entire live stream. And I will have a look at that channel once this live stream is over. Just to have a look if we need to ban it or not. Oh, it doesn't have content. It does have like... Okay, it has some information in its profile photo I will look at later. Okay, and also... Yeah. I had a feeling it was Japanese. Been watching a little bit too much anime, I guess. Actually, I've been reading. I haven't been watching much anime lately. I've been just reading manga instead. So that's nice. Actually, the latest anime I've watched. Oh, my favorite manga. Pokemon Adventures. Pokemon Adventures manga is my favorite manga, to be honest. I've got like up to Black and White complete in my room currently of the Pokemon Adventures manga. I still need to get my hands on Black and White 2's arc and then XY. But the only problem is those were never released in a box set yet. They haven't been released in box sets yet. So it's kind of hard to find them here in Europe. In English. Other than that, basic Pokemon Adventures, that's really out there. It is also a bit of a basic one, to be honest. I mean, it is like... It goes pretty dark compared to normal Pokemon content, which I really like. Like, there is like this whole scene with Lance from the Elite Four, which the Elite Four in the Kanto chapter is evil. They're crime bosses, basically. But like, their own organization outside of Team Rocket. But like, Lance stands on his dragon there and just destroys an entire city just because the main character of that moment of the arc is there. And that's bloody epic. And it's that kind of stuff that I really like about the Pokemon Adventures manga, because it's Pokemon, but it doesn't shy away from the darker tones Pokemon can have, which I really like. Other than that, the one I'm currently reading, and I watched the anime of recently, was Big Order, which is a somewhat post-apocalyptic, super-powered world, where like one dude wished for the end of the world, but also gain powers for that, so he could end the world basically, and other people are also getting powers from wishes. So it's a really interesting story. So that's a nice bit of a dock created here. Next, I want to map out where the town will go, Viking Town. So I think border around. Actually, we'll use some concrete for that, because I don't want it to remain. So if you're looking for an anime, which is actually quite a short one, just to ask to add a proton to every molecule in the universe, every atom becomes a star. Just ask. Okay. Yeah. That wasn't the wish he made though. And actually, it wasn't his wish, but that would be spoilers if I were to tell that. And I can really recommend that manga slash anime. It's actually quite a short anime, just 12 episodes. So you can binge it in like one sitting, like I did. And it's really good. The combat is good. Just looks good. It's interesting. So for anyone listening in to the stream, Big Order is an anime you should probably check out if you have the time. Or the manga, which I actually have started reading as well, to see if there's like any big things that the anime missed. The structure of the manga, actually, there are some differences already, with like certain events happening in different ways, and also the anime added in like a whole scene in the hospital in the first episode, which wasn't in the manga, which it's interesting. That's why it's also interesting to just read the manga after watching an anime, or vice versa. Just see and such. So keep existing, Center for Days to Crowns, divert, blueprints, and we're going to add Spruce Tree. My favorite, the Cosmic Princess Kuyaka. It's normal, true, and I read manga first. Ah, yes. I actually haven't heard of that one. Might look it up a little bit. See if it's something for me, and then maybe watch it. Hey, why aren't the trees loading? Why is it the trees loading? Come on. Come on, trees. I know you want to load. Ah, there we go. The trees are loading. And yes, these are big old spruce trees. Really big old spruce trees, and I'm going to throw down the minimum spacing, but not that far down. Like 70 is enough. Like so. And I want to make sure that none of them are on the red line, or around the red, or directly like intersecting with the red line. It's on Netflix. The new K-pop Demon Hunters film just more plot and 1,000 times better. Ooh. I mean, I did watch K-pop Demon Hunters with some friends of mine, which I did like the movie. Which, I'm not the only one who liked the movie. Based on the amount of people that watched it and everything. But if it's like that, then definitely piques my interest. Then I have one question though. Does it delve into a bit of the mythology behind the demons? Because that was something I missed in Gate of Demon Hunters, because it very much was on the surface, not really going deep into the actual demonology of that world. Also, I forgot to add in a little bit more open healy area here. Raise. It doesn't, which it's upsetting. Oh, because I'm a big, I'm a pretty big mythology guy, so it would have been nice if they went into mythology, because I would really like to learn more about certain mythologies that are harder to learn about here in the West, because just there aren't a lot of books about them. Like, for instance, Egyptian mythology is one of the mythologies I really would like to learn more about, but there aren't a lot of books on Egyptian mythology, and I would like need to study it. With some reading. Yeah. I also quickly have a message to respond to. Uh, friend of mine just got a Tapu Bulu, shiny Tapu Bulu in Pokemon Go. So, was sending a post to me about that, which I appreciate, because I do also like play a lot of Pokemon Go. Play it every day. I play Pokemon Go every day. I don't even know how the song goes. Oh, whoops. I got every shiny legendary. Oh, are you sure? Okay, I doubt they all shiny legendaries, but I do think you might have Armored Mewtwo. Because all shiny legendaries, that it means you have been. That means you have a lot of shiny legendaries, and if you have all of them, I don't think you have all of them, because they're adding more legendaries in every so often. So I think you're missing definitely some. So in 2019 event, I got really lucky. It's my dad's old account. Yeah, but still, like, they're still adding more legendaries to Pokemon Go, so there's probably some that you don't have. Like, the only shiny legendaries that I have are Veltal and Entei, which I only caught this year, both of them. Which I really like Veltal, and Entei is a nice addition to my team as well. But like, for my friends that play Pokemon Go, I am basically the Pokemon professor. Yeah, yeah. That was my first ever Yveltal raid, so I was like, oh damn, hell yeah. But like I said, for my friends that play Pokemon Go, I'm basically the Pokemon professor. But it's also just because I've been playing Pokemon stuff for like at least almost 10 years. So yeah, or at least been interacting with Pokemon stuff for almost 10 years. Like, but also my Pokemon Go account. My strongest Pokemon currently is a Metagross at 4065 CP with 2 stars and basically average stats across the board, which is a pretty good Pokemon. Best friend as well. Also, the acronym for combat power is a problem. And after that, the next 3 most powerful Pokemon I have are 3 mighty Garchomps, which I caught during the Go Wild event. which I named Gar, Cho, and Ump. Because together they spell Garcho, but you can't use more than one Pokemon in PvP. Or more than one of the same Pokemon in PvP, so that's sad. And I actually have some more messages I need to look at. Yes, yes. Yes, okay. Yes. Very well. There we go. My best is a Beast Mewtwo Armored variant of Fortnite 21 Hundo. Damn! That's good. That is good. That's really good. Okay, I was talking about like adding in a little bit of a hut in here of like a druid. I grind. Yeah, we grind. Ooh, what I could do for this island is add in a mini island. Yeah, I think I can add in like a mini island around the size of my starter base island and have like a full-on like Stonehenge built on there. I think that's gonna be cool. Yeah. Yeah. That's gonna be cool. So, let's move this island a little bit closer to the main island. Because right now it's a little bit too far away. There's a problem here, I see, but I need to solve that in a bit. We go up, up, up. It's our moment. Gonna be golden. I add roots falling out on the tree. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's already kind of happening there. But for the most part, the roots would not be coming with because it's like a bit of a world being ripped out of that world and then being placed here. So I don't think for the most part those roots will come with. Because it's just a broken piece of the open world. Okay, let's see. Is this around the right placement? I think so. Yeah. It's closer by. I missed some tops of trees, but that's fine. And also some sides of trees. So just select these and move them into position. Okay. Wait. I did move it a little bit that way, didn't I? Yes. Okay, these builds are peaked. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. That's actually a bunch of the builds that you see here, like that pyramid, that Drakkar, these trees, those trees. I've had already prepared a while ago because I was building in a different world, which I might actually be able to load again now that I have copied this mod pack over to Modrinth. So if you give me a moment so I can place these leaves in the right place, I can show you a bit of that world maybe. That would be cool. No problem. I wish I could build that and pre-build. Then pre-built and don't matter, it's still big. Yes. Thank you. Ah. So actually, let's see if I can open up that world. Again, so it's not multiplayer, single player. Here we go. The Realm of Magic. What's the world I was talking about? Yes. Okay, it runs currently runs pretty smooth. So this is a world building project I was doing called The Realm of Magic, which, as you can see, it's big, pretty big. Whoops. Yeah. That was also the reason why I couldn't continue with this world project, because it was like getting very laggy. Hey, thank you for promoting. Sorry. Sorry. So, like, this is the Realm of Magic build project. Actually, if I go here, there is a build you probably will recognize if it loads in right now. Like, you probably recognize that little build, although this one has a little bit of an addition. And actually, this is my current background, this build, on my laptop. Because if I add shaders on, it looks amazing. Though this build is completely unfinished on the inside. Oh, you remember it? Oh, you mean the pyramids? Yeah. Like, this pyramid is completely unfinished on the inside. It's meant to have, like, a maze in there as well. Because these smaller pyramids do have a maze in here. Like, I'll show you. Like, it has a bit of a maze in here. Is it showing correctly? Okay, yeah. Solus. Solus shaders are the ones I'm using. So that is a giant pyramid I built. Over here, I actually have a little village inspired by Aria Village from The Legend of Zelda. Somehow a little bit inspired by that village. So, and this village and that smaller pyramids, the middle pyramids, actually came from a different world building map I was doing, which was going to be a Pixelmon Minecraft region, but like Axiom came out and I wanted to use Axiom, then I fucked up some stuff. I basically yeah. Probably because you've seen videos. But like because I also had like create mods in the original Pixelmon world. Pixelmon world I was building. But with Axiom it's on paper and not on any of the others that have create mod. So create mod was gone, stuff broke because of that, and I got sad. So I was like, fuck it. I only went back to that world to like pick up some builds like this. Another build I'm pretty proud of is this one, which is where the elves, at least a group of elves, live in this world. And these guys really like to read their smut. This is very much like, these elves are very much like the TikTok girlies in this world. And also, if you look at the architecture style of the palace on top, it is kind of like the architectural style I gonna be using for my Mega Base. So I might actually take this little bits as well at some point, but like or at least an inspiration from it. And also there's a bunch of hearts built into this build accidentally. And down here we've got a giant library inside of the tree. For me, it's just been watching people like Rian and just building and learning how to use Axiom. Axiom really helped me propel in my building skills. And like that is also the only entrance into this valley. Heavily guarded. Then let's see. Oh yeah. Over here, this giant wall. This wall serves as both a memorial and a protective measure against the corruption that's happening here, and why this is actually a nether biome. So, and that symbol there is like a protection symbol, which is both there and in the door itself. Although on the door itself it's hard to see right now. like the symbol is also in the door there. And on this side we have a nice forest with paths leading towards the gates. And actually, if I go towards here, I believe it was this one that I need to go into. Is it this one? Yes, yeah, I believe it's this one. Huh, we have a green pipe here. Where does this lead? Well, would you look at that? Mario Bros 1-1 completely recreated and playable. This was just a spur of the moment thing. Yeah, this was just a spur of the moment thing. Actually using sugar boxes for the question mark blocks. Thanks to a command block you get jump boost, and that makes this map kind of playable. It's not perfect. Like, that jump is really hard. So okay, yeah. I'll skip this jump. Actually, I'll also, like, this pipe perfectly connects through a whole pipe system to the underground hidden zone, which then in turn connects to up here, which connects to the end here. So everything is completely accurate, as well as placement as in placement and in how things connect and works to the actual game, which is really nice. And to leave this area, you leave through the castle here, through this bubble column. Come out another bit here, and the effects get removed. So it's like a little mini game you can play. Actually, in the same area, we have this whole mangrove swamp area. Just two people, please. Oh, for the... Yeah, follow go. We have this swamp area. And actually, in here, there's also a little reference to a movie that's quite a big pop culture thing. Even to this day, and actually there's gonna be a 5th movie of that franchise coming out sometime soon. Can you guess which franchise it is? So I'm gonna give you guys some time to... Actually, is that like a quiz thing I can do? No, I don't think there is, actually. Yeah, there's not really a quiz thing to do. But, like, guess which DreamWorks Shrek. Yes, you got it. It's indeed Shrek's hut. I mean, it doesn't have an interior right now. Just some solar lanterns, but yeah. I did get this here, though. You shit upon a soul lantern. Yeah, but a pool... Well, yeah. Hey. And then in this area, there's one more reference. But for that, I need to go inside of this mountain here. It's a little hidden reference. But it's like all the Kanto starters, including Pikachu and Eevee, in pixel art form. But for these, I just used a online reference. That's also why some are more detailed than others. Like the Charmander is less detailed than the Eevee, Pikachu, or these two. I mentioned the devil and he will come. I mentioned the name Pikachu and a Pikachu arrived. That's a nice coincidence. No, they're already gone again. That's sad. Pikachu coconut thingy, yeah. So that's like some references on this map. I did not build any more references as I remember. So, yeah. I've got some more builds I can show. Like, this here, which is actually going to be... Do I have to tell me? What do you have to tell you? Uh, like this, you might recognize the Drakkar that you see here, but like this is kind of the architecture style I'm gonna be using for the Viking houses in that other world. For my mega base in that. Also, this whole this whole bit was horrible to build. Why, you might ask? Diagonals, 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 and diagonals and diagonals everywhere. Ugh. That was a pain, especially with the roofs. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 whole builds. 14 whole builds all on a diagonal. And then this house also has a bit of a diagonal roof in there. So this was kind of hell to do, but it looks so good. And also these are not actual runes, but are inspired by actual runes, and you can see the protection rune that you saw on the wall all the way back there is also here. And if I recall correctly, I was planning to add a rune in here. Oh, I did add a rune in here, which is the rune for destruction and such. So yeah. So this is also kind of the inspiration I'm having for that island I'm currently building. And also I added like these spikes around here, which are in turn inspired by How to Train Your Dragon, actually, now that I look at it again. Like Berg has spikes like this around at least one of the items. So we have some smaller items which I haven't used over here. Yeah. Then over here we have the Library of Kumar, which is a monastery, and this also basically this place also has a similar concept to the mega base that I will be building, because it's like a place where time and space converge. As such, the library in here holds information about the past, present, and future in this library. So, big library, of course. And actually, this map was meant to be like a survival play map. So this would also be where you would go to, like, get some quest, bring back some quest books, store some quest books. What's my job in the future? Your job, you're asking, or are you asking my job? Because if you're asking me, I'll be working in the game industry as like concepts designer, 3D modeler, like something like that, creature designer. Actually, speaking of creatures, I made one today. I made a creature today, which I might be able to show you guys. I need to switch over to game dev on this one. And you guys should be okay. Yeah, you guys are able to see Blender. Good. Like, I made this little creature here, which it's not perfect yet, but this is a bullfrog, taken literally. So it's like a fusion between a bull and a frog. And I did give it a little bit of an animation. So, yeah. This kind of work is what I'll be doing in the future. And it's just a silly little Gloober in this case. To be honest, this is actually, now that I think about it, this is kind of semi a Pokemon. it's not fully a Pokemon there yet, but like it's going towards Pokemon. But then again, it's also going towards Dragon. So if you go going towards a Dragon, you get close to a Pokemon anyway. So yeah. Also, this this bit of the mouth is like fully going sideways. Which is funny. But it adds like extra expression and makes him look extra happy. So that's nice. Yeah, I like it. So that was a silly little goober I made recently. And now that we have Blender open, anyway, let me show you some other stuff I made in Blender. Because I am 3D artist in Blender, so of course I'm gonna show you now stuff in Blender. And this stream started out as a Minecraft building stream and now is developing into a Blender stream. Like, again, also with a library here. It's some nice shading. Oh, okay, I see. Yes. So, we've got 2 cameras in here. Huh? Okay, yeah. Got this camera. It's getting a little bit laggy in here, to be honest. And we got this camera, which is actually at the angle I posted in the Discord I'm in. Also, I see that TikTok is a bit behind, at least the TikTok stream I'm watching on my laptop here, other laptop. Yeah, TikTok is a little bit behind. Or stuck. Oh, it's stuck on the other creature. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like, okay, now you guys should be able to see the library thing I was talking about, because YouTube did immediately switch over, TikTok didn't. Like, this is the library I was talking about, which is kind of Book Nook inspired. And I'm actually planning to start a second YouTube channel with, like, Blender stuff, mostly. For stuff like this. Because I do really like making stuff like this. This is the other angle. I have a camera full. And actually, oh, it's a little bit more zoomed out. It's actually better. Yeah. Yeah. It's actually better with a little bit more zoomed out. Move forward. Yes. Like that. Oh. So, yeah, I've been making stuff like this. I actually also have another animation I can show you. Which, actually 2 animations I can show you right now. I've got a third one on my TikTok channel and YouTube channel already, but that one I don't have the file for right now. So I'll run it in this mode. Which this one I made for May the 4th, aka Star Wars Day. So it's like a lightsaber assembling itself and then lighting up. But actually the lightsaber pieces that you see assembling into the lightsaber were animated in reverse. So I first keyframed this moment where they are all in their final position at frame 70, and then started moving them away. So that it's actually looks like they're flying in, assembling correctly. And I also did some compositing on here. I can quickly render out of this frame to show you. It shouldn't take too long. Oh, again, TikTok is still on the library. TikTok was still in the library. There we go. So that should switch over any moment now. There we go. So this is the lightsaber. And for TikTok I'll show the animation again because TikTok missed out on the animation. Like start from 0 here with the Kyber crystal, going into the saber hilt, which is actually this saber hilt is inspired by the one you get at Galaxy's Edge when you assemble a lightsaber. Same goes for the side bits and bobs, which assemble here. Which, like I said, I animated in reverse, starting from the fixed position at frame 70 and then working backwards. And then I light the lightsaber. And then with a little bit of compositing over it, we get this look, which just looks amazing. So that's something I've done in Blender recently. Let's close this file so that we don't get the same issue again, and then open the other animation I'll show for now before we get back to Minecraft. Which this one is a little bit more of a horror animation, so be advised. We have this eye creature coming out of a red liquid that's meant to be blood coming up, and then a tentacle growing out of the pupil of the eye and strangling the person behind the camera. That's basically what's happening here. And it's all short animations, like short stuff. It's actually what it looks like fully rendered. I'm actually going to make the armature quickly. This bit what it looks like fully rendered. And I believe, yeah, I've got some compositing nodes as well. So I will throw that on. And actually the compositing adds a lot more noise to it. In a bit. It won't take for 12 minutes. I know it won't take 12 minutes. It shouldn't take 12 minutes. Yeah, no, it's on GPU compute. So it shouldn't take 12 minutes. And if it does take 12 minutes, I'm going to scream because that is not how long it took doing the actual rendering. So might be because I'm streaming. Oh, Ty isn't here anymore. That's sad. But fine. That's fine. So we're currently quickly waiting. It's like 22 seconds remaining for the rendering. And then the compositing gets over it. Gets put over it. What the fuck? How is that guy back? It's a different account. It's a different account with the same kind of posting. Oh. Mute account. Entire live stream. Yeah, it's the same kind of account. That's 29 followers, damn. Okay. I'm going to investigate that account after this live stream is done. The watcher speaks. The watcher speaks, that's rare. For the watcher to comment at all in the live stream chat. But like this oh, that's now currently on TikTok. Why is that currently now on TikTok? That shouldn't be on TikTok. Oh, it's falling behind, isn't it? It's a little bit trailing behind. Okay, yeah. But this is like the render result. It adds like this lot of noise onto here. And makes it look creepier. Now, in the final cut for edit version, which is on my TikTok as well as on my YouTube, you can check it out on both. I have some voice acting and some sound effects over it as well. So please go and check it out. It's good. It's very good, in my opinion. It's one of my best works when it comes to animation. So, yeah. I've been doing animation stuff a lot. Anyways, let's put this back on Minecraft. Let's open up Minecraft again. TikTok should also switch back to Minecraft any moment now, because Blender is gone. There we go. And yes, okay, anyways, let me have a quick look at Creator Camp. Complete the... Oh, that's an easy one. Go. Quickly do this one, bam. Okay. Bam, I completed that one. Nice. So there was like this task for learn about you TikTok community guidelines. So it's like I'll go there and go back to the stream immediately. So yes. Okay, we're also 6 comments away from hitting 80 comments, which I need for today. So that would be nice to hit. But we'll see. Anyways, let's get back to the other world. Let's get back to our island. Let's keep building that island. Though I'm out of... Oh. I actually kind of need some liquids, but I don't have any liquids left. But... Oh, that's the wrong world. Again. Whoops. Okay, there we go. New worlds. That's the one. Here we go. Here we go. We're back. Okay. So there's a random block here. Let's remove that. So we'll add a druid's hut here and maybe a little bridge to a little island here with a like Stonehenge-esque structure. I think that's a good plan. And then here we'll add some houses in that Viking-esque style I showed off earlier in the stream. So yeah. Also, yeah, no, those trees are still good. They're not reaching above those bits. So that's gonna be the next island to be completed. I don't think we'll complete it today. Just because of time. Because it's already 11 p.m. It is almost 11 p.m. Oh. Ooh, that's late. That is very late. So actually, what I'll do instead is I'm gonna go switch over to... Is it in game dev? Yeah, it's I believe in game dev or no. Do I have anything here on the recorder? Maybe no. Give me a moment. I'm searching for specific tab, but I don't see it here. I'll actually make one right now. Seem to there we go. Start. I'm throwing software real quick. It's actually TikTok should pick up, I believe, if I still have it open. I didn't. Yeah, so good. So TikTok should pick that up in a little bit. New image. Custom. Actually no. Create as our monitor. Bam. And then we text you. Okay, yeah, and I should probably make it visible on YouTube. So, window capture. Select window Krita. No, Krita exe. Match, yes. Okay, S. Does it show correctly now? Let's wait for a moment. You just missed the stream. Actually going to have like a end of stream image now. Okay, yeah. Like we go to all English. Save. Uh, Bam. Oh no, it's I just closed all creature. What the fuck? Minimize all creature. What the fuck? Okay. Save. Close. Okay. Now we go here. Krita not saved. Fuck it, we're just going to make it an actual image. This needs to be a little bit more readable. So I think it's fine like this. Alright, the print screen. Yeah, because like okay, it's also not visible on TikTok right now. But I've been doing real quick. Okay, that's that. Okay, image. Wait, what is this image? I'll just start zoom image, add source, image, add, select file, screenshot. Give me a moment, give me a moment, give me a moment. I need to quickly grab the screenshot. Bam. Add source. And then we increase the size of this. Oh, I actually made a spelling mistake there. I just noticed. That's for the next stream to fix. I'll fix that for next stream. And then we do the same over here. On YouTube. And it's actually quite bad that I didn't have that set up yet, to be honest. Bam. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I have to bid you farewell for today. Because, well, I've been streaming a lot today already. Like a total of 2.5 hours or something. No, not 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes. So, yeah. So, I'll wait actually a little bit till I get 80 comments. Or till it updates till we have 80 comments. And then I'll stop the stream. I will mute mic though. And actually, maybe I should put on a little bit of background music. Wait, give me a moment. Music. YouTube music. Calls upon us. Bam.